G'day geeks, in this video I'm talking about Polly Pocket, I'm talking about Stranger Things, I'm talking about Masters of the Universe. So these are products all from the Mattel Creations website. They are cool as always. Let's have a look. This is the Stranger Things Polly Pocket. So yes, it's kind of got some pretty cool packaging as the Mattel Creations always does, and here it's got the look of the Hawkins High School, which the kids from Stranger Things go to, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's got the locker rooms and all that kind of stuff. You can see it's a bit embossed. I don't know if you can see that actually, but yes, you can see all the stuff that it comes inside with, and yes, details all around. So Polly Pocket have been around since the 80s, kind of considered a girl's toy, I guess, in the 80s. Originally manufactured by Bluebird Toys and then Mattel in 1998. And yeah, so Polly Pocket, basically they're little small like compact like makeup cases with little accessories and girls and stuff inside them. So yes, there was a boy's equivalent called Mighty Max, which is also very popular. Not around unfortunately really these days, Mighty Max, but Polly Pocket, they have stuff from, like, there's a Friends Polly Pocket and Harry Potter and Barbie and Addams Family, so they're certainly still making them. But yeah, let's open up this because I'm very curious. This is my first and only Polly Pocket item, but I do like Stranger Things. Let's see what's inside. Out of the inner box, this basically goes on there, so you lift that up and the little walkie-talkie sits on there, so you can actually display it on the shelf when you're not playing with it. Inside here, this little thing just kind of pulls out, and there's a old school VHS, and all the little bits and bobs are inside, which is pretty cool. And this is what the actual thing looks like. Very chunky, feels like an old school walkie-talkie, even with the little antenna there. So yes, it's got all the Polly Pocket, got a little belt on there, so you can clip it on your belt. That's pretty cool. And all the buttons, and you open it up and there's a little scene inside of the upside down in Hawkins High School or middle school. So very cool already, but there's still more opening up to do. I like the fact that it's a very cool display piece as well, so you can just set it up like that and then slip the plastic cover back over the top if you so desire. This is the other side of the VHS where all the stuff comes in, which is this stuff. So you've got the four main kids, you've got the Demogorgon, you've got bikes in different colors for each of them, and a couple of different accessories as well. So very cool indeed. But let's throw all these individual pieces together for some assembly and see how cool they look. All the Polly Pockets open up and have little features, so these little things fold down. How cool is that? It's got a little living room stuff, and it's got the letters on the back, and then you can open up this and there's little like beds inside, and it's got spaces to put the bikes and the kids and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so this, I don't think that one, nope, that one doesn't flick down, but that does as well. And yeah, again, because it's the upside down, so it's a bit of a darker mirror of the Hawkins kind of area. Very detailed, got little holes where you can put all the characters and stuff. And there's a little Demogorgon there. So yes, very detailed for how small it is. I'll get some close-up shots of all this kind of stuff, but it looks pretty cool. And you can see here the aerial pops out, and there's a little knob here as well. But I mean, that turns, but nothing turns here. So yes, you can throw all the characters in, and you can, once you've done kind of playing with it, fold all these bits up like so and snap it back in to the regular walkie-talkie kind of thing. Very cool playset. Very cute indeed. I'm gonna have to make sure that I put these back in the proper case, because they would be very easy to lose. But yes, they're all for the kids, come with different coloured bikes as I say, and the Polly Pocket basically have limited articulation just at the waist really, so they can just bend forward and back. Just got a joint there to swivel, ready for some limbo. And so yeah, all four of the main kids and each of the bikes comes in different colors, as I said, and has a peg at the back so they can carry someone else, which is cool. And yes, pretty cool indeed. And there's a little Demogorgon. Again, he's got the same kind of swivel and the pre-posed arms. You've also got Mike here, and 11, kind of the star of the show, I guess. And she comes with her much loved Egos. It's very hard for the camera to pick these up. And little wig. So a lot of references to the show, and the wig just goes on her head like there, so she can have a bit of a disguise. It doesn't fit, the hair doesn't fit on any of the other kids. Unfortunately, I did try just out of curiosity. Pretty detailed considering how small they are. Very impressive indeed. Lots of hidden features and stuff. I really like that, and lots of kind of nods to the show. As I said, all the kids actually come with their own little walkie-talkies, which just clip onto their wrists. Kind of hard to see there because they are so small. So yes, all the kids come with a bike, different colours, and walkie-talkies, all in black. There's the bit of a close-up of the walkie-talkie. And I do like the fact that the Demogorgon here kind of can peek through or go through the upside down into our world. So this little area here, you just poke your finger straight through, and the Demogorgon can come into our world. So yes, look at that, peekaboo. It's probably better if he comes from the other side actually. So yes, and there's 11 in her chamber or whatever it was. So yes, pretty cool. So I do like this. They've put a lot of effort into the packaging, as Mattel Creations always do. Now I'm going to show you some of my other Stranger Things collectibles. I've only got a couple of other Stranger Things items. So this is 11 from season 1 with the bloody nose, which is doing all the cool powers. I can't remember where I got this. I think there's a series of different ones, and this just kind of hangs in one of the shelves on my toy room. And the more impressive one, this is also from Mattel Creations, is this Stranger Things Masters of the Universe mashup. And the packaging, as always, as I continue to say with Mattel Creations, is just amazing. And so it's got Skeletor and a Demogorgon, and it's pretty awesome. So even the packaging kind of follows the upside down kind of style. I mean, look at that, that just looks so cool just in the packaging just by itself. So they are also releasing a He-Man version as well, I think perhaps next year, and he comes with Skeletor comes with his usual accessories, and the Demogorgon is kind of done in the normal Masters of the Universe Origins style body with a very cool D20 20-sided dice from Dungeons & Dragons inspired staff, and the flame effects come off that. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Looks very cool on the shelf, and hopefully they do more of these kind of mashups. I know there's like Stranger Things, Ninja Turtles mashup, and in the comics and a few other things. So yes, very impressed with this. If you're curious, this is the first issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stranger Things. Obviously, the Ninja Turtles started in the 80s, and the Stranger Things is set in the 80s. So this is the first issue of a mini-series, and done with IDW and Dark Horse Comics. So it's pretty cool. So I've only got the first issue. I haven't read all of it as yet. And there's so much Stranger Things merchandise out there, including the Stranger Things upside down capsules, which are basically blind boxes. I've got the Eddie one from series 1 in a blind box somewhere, but they're like little TVs, and they come with little display options and that kind of stuff, so they are pretty cool. So yes, if you are a fan of Stranger Things, there's certainly a lot of options for you. From Demogorgon to Demo Man. So this is a very interesting story behind this freaky looking character. So you may remember in a previous video I talked about Vicor, who was one of the original kind of designs for He-Man. He's the figure that had with 3 different looks. This is one of the original looks for Skeletor, and if you look at this pretty cool looking book, this came out a couple of years ago. This is the Masters of the Universe book. It actually talks about how Mark Taylor described the prototype type version of Skeletor there, and when he was visiting a amusement park as a child, they had an actual dead body on display. An American outlaw, Elmer McCurdy, who was killed in a shootout with police, and his mummified body was displayed to the public from the 1920s to the 1960s apparently. So that freaked young artist Mark Taylor out, and he recalled that memory when he came time to create Skeletor. So Demo Man here, or Demo Man, is the kind of prototype version of Skeletor. So let's just bring him a little bit closer. He's probably got the freakiest looking head of any Masters of the Universe character really. So Demo Man has been made before, but this is the first time he's been made in the Masters of the Universe Origins style. Wonderful packaging as well, and it's the collector friendly packaging, which means this backing card pulls out and you can just display him like that if you like, and just play with him and put him back in his little plastic case. But let's open him up and see his freaky 3 heads and the stuff he comes with. Demo Man actually comes with quite a few accessories, so straight out of the package this is what he looks like. He's got his freaky looking head, that really is quite freaky, isn't it, with the bones and the pointy ears and the weird bone in his beard and his dead black eyes. And like all the Mattel Origins figures, he's interchangeable, so his legs and his arms can come off, his head can come off, that comes off as well, his tunic can come off, so you can actually give him quite a few different looks. It kind of looks like the Hulk there, and his arms and all that kind of stuff pops off, and you can just give him a few different looks and even put, you know, He-Man's or Skeletor's arms on there. And he comes with this cool hefty mace kind of thing with a nice bit of texture on it. It comes with a little spiky thing to go on his arm or even his legs, I guess. A curved kind of sword. Again, these are very simple, all done in one colour, and apart from the freaky head he comes with the more traditional Skeletor looking head with kind of glowing red eyes, and he comes with a more primitive kind of typical skull looking head. This is inspired by one of the original prototypes of Skeletor by the artist Alfredo Alcala. So yes, 3 different looks, so you could buy 3 different figures I guess and put all 3 different heads on him. But let's mix and match. This skull head, it looks too small on him. It looks a bit smaller than the others. It looks kind of just a bit off, but still an interesting look. Even like this, he just kind of looks like a simplified barbarian. I must point out that he does come, like all Masters of the Universe Origins figures do, he comes with a mini comic, just like the original 80s figures did, which tells you about Demo Man's backstory and of course the wonderful packaging on the back there. And as I said, that's collector friendly packaging, so it just comes out and you can put him back straight in there if you like to display him. Just to give you a bit of an idea, so we've got a few other Origins figures here. From the left we have Thunder Punch He-Man, we have the evil version of He-Man, I guess, Faker, the blue skinned guy, Demo Man with the Skeletor head, and Terrorclaw Skeletor on the right. So he fits in pretty well with the other Origins figures, and as I said, like all Origins figures, you can mix and match the parts to create your own brand new Masters of the Universe character. That's always a fun time for everybody. A pretty cool haul from Mattel Creations here. So obviously the Demo Man with all his bits and bobs, and the Polly Pocket Stranger Things mashup with all their bits and bobs. So yes, keep your eyes peeled on Mattel Creations website for more exclusive goodies. As I said, all of this stuff here you can only find at the Mattel Creations website, and they just keep pumping out stuff from all manner of properties. So yes, very keen to see what else they produce next. They just keep pumping out some awesome Masters of the Universe stuff for sure. So let me know, did you used to collect Polly Pocket? Are you looking forward to the new Stranger Things? Have you ever heard of this weird character called Demo Man before? And does he freak you out a little like he does me with this? Yeah, that's a pretty freaky looking head portrait, isn't it? Yes, yes indeed. Anyway, that's a goodbye geeks from me. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, and catch you at the next video.